Hello guys, welcome to Supreme Steno classes. Guys, be ready for a special dictation prepared for Bihar से अपकमिंग सिविल कोर्ट एग्जामिनेशंस। और ये ऐसा नहीं है कि बिहार सिविल कोर्ट अपकमिंग का सीरीज है स्किल का, तो आप सिर्फ इसे बिहार सिविल कोर्ट के स्किल एग्जामिनेशन के लिए ही लिख सकते हो। आप इसकी यूट्यूब के ऑप्शन के थ्रू बढ़ा करके जो पटना हाई कोर्ट पीए की एग्जामिनेशंस हैं और या जो और भी अदर स्किल्स एग्जामिनेशंस हैं उसमें भी आप इसका यूटिलाइजेशन कर सकते हो। चूंकि ये जितने भी सीरीज है, इस सीरीज के तहत जो भी मैंने डिक्टेशन दिया है काफ़ी ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल है किसी भी प्रकार के स्किल के लिए। ओके, सो बी रेडी। 5 सेकेंड। In the villages, revenue surveys were conducted. The effort was to know the topography, the soil quality, the flora, the fauna, the local histories, and the cropping pattern, all the facts seen as necessary to know about the administer the region. From the end of the 19th century, census operations were held every 10 years. These prepared detailed records of the number of people in all the provinces of India, noting information on castes, religions, and occupation. There were many other surveys: botanical surveys, zoological surveys, archaeological surveys, anthropological surveys, forest surveys. From this vast corpus of records, we can get to know a lot, but we must remember that these are officials' records. They tell us what the officials thought, what they were interested in, and what they wished to preserve for posterity. These records do not always help us understand what other people in the country felt and what lay behind their actions. When we begin to search for these other sources, we find them in plenty, though they are more difficult to get than official records. We have diaries of people, accounts of pilgrims and travelers, autobiographies of important personalities, and popular booklets that were sold in the local bazaars. As printing spread, newspapers were published and issues were debated in public. Leaders and reformers wrote to spread their ideas. Poets, novelists wrote to express their feelings. When some time ago we are giving a little though to the strange nature of time, we let ourselves take some comfort the certainty that at least we knew that each day was made up of 24 hours. A day we lightly stated had in it just 24 hours, never 23 and never 25. But were we right in thinking that we knew this to be the case? Perhaps not. For one, when the expert comes along, he informs us that a day lasts 48 hours and at the same time does not exist at all. We open our eyes a little wider with surprise and ask, how can such things be? And we are given a quite simple reason. As we all learned at a school, our earth is always turning away from the west, and the nearer a place is to the east, the earlier is the hour of day break at that place. If, for example, we were living in a country at a point on the earth where the distance round the world is as great as it can be, and we were to leave that country and go to another country which is, let us say, a little over 1000 miles more distant from the west, that is a distance of 24 of the distance round the world, we would find that daybreak was an hour earlier in our new home than it had been in our old home. If we moved only 500 miles towards the east, we would find the difference to be only half an hour, and if we moved only 50 miles, we would find the difference to be as little as 3 minutes. If we look at a table of lighting up times, we note that these times differ widely for different parts of the same country. But long ago, before the present age with its planes and TV, men found that any form of exchange between nations was made very difficult when there was no order in the method of stating the time in different parts of the world. So, to make it possible for anyone is any part of the world to know just what time it was in any other part of the world, the following course was agreed upon. Men had already cut up the day into 24 hours, and he now agreed to cut up the earth into 24 divisions, each division of course measuring about the 1000 miles at its widest point. The time over the whole of each division was to be the same, the time in each division differing by just 1 hour from the time in the next division. We therefore have a system whereby the minutes and the seconds are the same all over the world, but the hour is 1 hour earlier for each division as we move towards the east. Now we will say that in the first of these divisions, New Year's Day begins. Stop. So guys, ये 726 वर्ड्स के अराउंड की डिक्टेशन है. होप सो आप लोग इसे अच्छे से लिखे होंगे, और मैं बोलूँगा कि यदि इसे एक बार में आप इस स्पीड पे नहीं लिख पा रहे हैं तो 1-2 बार और लिखने की इसको कोशिश कीजिएगा इसी स्पीड पे, ताकि इसमें जो है कुछ नए वर्ड्स ज़्यादा नहीं हैं. जो आपने जो स्टेनोग्राफी सीखते वक्त जो वर्ड्स सीखे हैं वही वर्ड्स हैं, बट कई बार जो है वेरिएशंस करके जो बोले गए वर्ड्स हैं इसमें, वो आपको जो है हेल्प करेंगे एग्जामिनेशन में काफ़ी ज़्यादा. होप सो आपको डिक्टेशन और इन्फॉर्मेशन पसंद आ रहे हैं तो चैनल को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट डिक्टेशन और इन्फॉर्मेशन के साथ, तब तक के लिए.